What's going on, BTJ Nation? Wow. Some shocking news this evening, and it certainly was a shocker. The Indianapolis Colts have officially traded away one of their best defensive players to the Dallas Cowboys this evening for almost nothing, Cody. Gilly Lock, Stephon Gilmore was traded to the Dallas Cowboys for a 2023 fifth round draft pick. This move came out of left field, Cody. We did hear that there were some veterans who potentially could be on their way out of Indy, but I mean, this was a shocker to say the least.
Awful, awful trade. Absolutely hate everything about this trade. I mean, gosh, I know the Colts are cap strapped, but geez, man. Like, you got nothing for Gilmore, who won you 3 games last year. I understand he's on the wrong side of 30, but my gosh, you think he would be able to get something better than that? And I hate this trade. To be completely honest with you, I absolutely despise this trade. I think it's a stupid trade by Chris Ballard. I just think it's I just feel like he could have gotten something more. You know what I mean? Like, was their value really that low for Stephon Gilmore? One more year left on his deal, but the dude could still play and play at a high level. And now you have another need that you got to fill. At corner. You already thin at corner. Now you're like double thin at corner. I just don't really understand this move. Good for Gilly. He's going to a contender. He's going to a team that's actually going to be in the playoffs and contend for a Super Bowl. But yeah, just this wasn't it, man. I understand trying to get rid of some of these, bigger contracts, but I hate that value that you got. Hate it.
Yeah, I think the value was insanely low. Anything below a third round pick is just ridiculous. I mean, Stephon Gilmore, like you said, even though he's about to be 33 this year, still the fact that, he played last year at an all pro level almost. Like, I mean, the guy looked like one of the best corners in the league last year. And yet somehow, some way, you were unable to get anything really useful out of him. And a fifth round draft pick is just not it's just not good. I mean, you just don't really do much with a fifth rounder. So now, on top of all the other things that you now have to do, you need to now focus on getting another corner for your team. I mean, it really sucks. I mean, I know that they're doing it because of the cap hit. He would have been a almost $12 million cap hit. So, obviously they're trying to get out of this contract while they can, because of they're trying to go young. But man, that was wild. I would have thought we would have heard something on like DeForest Buckner or something like a Shaq Leonard before I would have seen something like this. But um yeah, I mean, it sucks, man. I would have, and the fact that it was only for a fifth rounder really just kind of just edges the knife a little bit more into the pain right here.
Yeah. It's just frustrating. Like, I don't really know what else to say. And maybe it just was the fact, like you said, that he's going to be 33 years old. He's going to cost, $12 million or whatever it was. And he's on the last year of his contract. So maybe those are all kind of factors into why they got such low compensation. But yeah, just not a huge fan of getting rid of your best defensive player last year for literally peanuts. Just sucks, man.
I mean, you have to imagine like this kind of move has to mean that the Indianapolis Colts have something up their sleeve, right? Because I mean, you wouldn't just, I understand that, Gilmore's costing a lot of money, but I mean, he's on the last year of his deal. He proved he was really good. He was on the last year of his deal. If you knew that, he was going to be the best available option for you, then there was just no point in getting rid of him because you knew at the end of the year things were going to change anyway. So it must mean that they have something else if they're planning on adding, or if they're planning on getting rid of that cap to try to use it somewhere else. I know they're stuck with what they're at right now and they don't have a ton until they hopefully cut a few more guys from this roster. But yeah, nevertheless, it's a shocker.
It is. It definitely sucks to lose Gilmore. I wish you would have had him for 2 years, and it just sucks that the team was so terrible last year that you got to get rid of some of these big contracts, unfortunately, for some of these impact vets. So it is what it is, man. Not a big fan of it, but we'll move forward. And obviously, I think outside of quarterback, corner is the number one need for the Colts moving forward now, especially. So we'll see what they do, man. We'll see what they do. I'm thinking a lot. I think they definitely have to double dip now in terms of free agency and the draft. I think that second round draft pick has to be a corner. There's no question about it. And then, maybe I think you do have to dive in and get maybe a vet on a cheaper deal or something like that. And you just got to add some competition in there because right now you're very, very extremely razor thin at corner. And I think you just that's just got to be the move, man.
Yep, absolutely. All right. Well, that's going to do it for this one, guys. Let us know your thoughts on this trade. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. As always, go Colts.